Welcome to Job Seeker Quick Tips. 4 quick tips for people interested in remote work opportunities, brought to you by the Department of Labor and Industry and Job Service Montana. It's important to note that although working from home generally offers flexibility and a positive work-life balance, it does not mean that you can juggle caring for a child and work. Most employers have policies in place requiring separate childcare. I'm Karen. Let's get started with job search.
Your first tip is to create a plan. Decide what type of job you're interested in. Here's a list of 100 remote career options to get your creative thoughts flowing. But don't be afraid of applying for a job that you're qualified for and asking about the possibility of working remotely. Just about any job where you spend the majority of your day in front of a computer can also be done remotely. Put your best foot forward and discuss the opportunity of working remotely when offered an interview. The research phase is important for any job seeker, but especially when you're looking at remote opportunities. Research the company to be sure their company culture aligns with yours and to be sure that the opportunity is legitimate. Network. Use LinkedIn to its fullest to find opportunities, connect with people in the industry, stay current, and build and showcase skills. As far as resume tips are concerned, follow our general resume guidance, paying special attention to information on applicant tracking systems. Here are some remote-specific tips. Your contact information should include your name, professional email address, and phone number, in addition to a LinkedIn profile and/or Webfolio URL. No need to include your city or state, let alone your address. In your work history section, add remote to a work experience if you've worked remotely. Replacing job duties with accomplishment statements, use terms that show that you're already comfortable working remotely. And mention the use of remote-friendly software that you feel comfortable with. In your skills section, use the most relevant remote work skills if at all possible. Here's a list of those skills. Feel free to pause it to check those out. On to cover letters. Although a lot of those resume tips are helpful here too, make sure that you don't simply repeat the same information from your resume. A cover letter allows us to introduce ourselves in a more personable way. Mention remote work benefits. It's tempting to explain how working remotely will benefit you. The key here is to point out the value to the business, things like lower overhead costs and increased productivity. Mention your previous remote work experience and how you succeeded at that. And be sure to mention any times when you spearheaded projects, worked independently, and/or produced high-quality work. Show that you're trustworthy. Remote employers, are looking for trustworthy people with a high level of integrity. They need to know that you'll be dedicated to the job when no one's watching. So offer up stories highlighting your trustworthiness. And last but not least, interviewing tips. You can expect your interview for a remote position to be virtual. So here are our top tips for virtual interviews. Practice. Schedule a virtual mock interview at Job Service. We can even send you the recording to review later. Learn about the different platforms an employer might use, things like Zoom, Teams, Google Meet. As far as the environment is concerned, choose a quiet spot with a plain background. Make sure that you have good lighting. Natural light behind you, like a window, is going to cast shadows on your face, so avoid that. Test the software and equipment ahead of time. Look at the camera, not the monitor. And boost a laptop up to eye level if possible. Put it on a stack of books. Do your research. Research the company and their culture, any news and media releases, and common interview questions. Here are some common questions asked of remote workers. Feel free to pause the video and read through them. I hope this information has been helpful. Tune in to Job Seeker Central for detailed information on each topic. Do you have more questions? Contact your local job service office to work one-on-one with a workforce consultant at no cost. Good luck with your job search.